Hi Sagis, how are you guys doing? Welcome to Sagittarius Tarot. Today we're going to be doing the monthly reading for the month of June. Can you believe it? We're already May 8th and time is just flying this year. It's just flying. So I thought, let me prepare for Sagis the month of June so you can be better prepared, right? Let us begin. So, first of all, we have here the magical messages from the fairies, where I'm going to be picking for you two cards to look at what is really going on at the beginning of June, right? Like as you enter the month of June, what's going on, what's on your mind, how's everything going on with Sagis? Let us look at that energy. And so, first card you get is daughter. The answer to your question involves your daughter. Wow, that's very specific. If this is your actual daughter, this is literally talking about something going on with your daughter. It's upright, so this is telling me that this is something joyful. She's like skipping again from flower to flower and she's enjoying herself. She looks like as if she's part of the theater, maybe doing a performance, something like that. If this is talking about a daughter, could be sometimes in the tarot, this could be, if it's not like message specific, it could be your pet, it could be your best friend, it could be a young friend or a young acquaintance, but that really means to you. It could be a young family member, it could be a niece, it could be a project, right? And it tends to denote feminine energy. So even if it's, let's say, a project or a hobby or whatever, this can go within the sort of like feminine attributes, I must say. Yeah, let's leave it at that for now and see like what the other card is going to be mentioning for us. Also, like before I pick the other card, there's the number 4 here, right? If we look, there's the daughter and the other 3. So there is this team play or team effort, or it takes a village, right? Second card is get some exercise in reverse. And it says, as your body becomes stronger, you begin to feel stronger in all ways. And so, with this in reverse, I feel that, I don't know, it's too early to tell, but it feels like as if really caring for this daughter or for this project, really like, as much fun, as much love there is, and as much joy. At the end of the day, right, you come back, you're just exhausted, you just want to lie down, have a glass of wine, like put your feet up, just, right, cucumbers on the eyes. It just takes a lot of energy, right? And it's exercise in itself. So it's like whenever this is done, usually like you feel that you're depleted, so you need to recharge. And so you feel you just want to stay indoors. And maybe this is a cycle that you're dealing with. Maybe you have a lot of kids. Maybe you're dealing with someone who's really like taking all of your attention and time and energy. And like I said, even if this is not a person, if this is a hobby or a business or a project, it's taking like as much as you enjoy nurturing it, it's taking a lot from you. So every day at the end of the day, you're just, you used all that energy. It's healthy though. It's good. Before we continue, before like we talk more about this, let us continue and see what else is in store for you. So with the Hidden Truth Oracle, we're gonna be looking at what's going on like at a subconscious level, right? Like let's take a look, let's take a little peek inside of Sagittarius soul. Let's take a look at your spirit. What's going on that intuitive level, on that spirit soul level? What's going on? How are you feeling, Saggy? Let us look at your feelings. So, the first one says, I left you before you could leave me. All right. So this is talking about some sort of walls, right? When someone is not open for love, so they protect themselves and they sort of leave something before it leaves them. So they leave a project before it fails them, even if it might not fail them. They leave a relationship before it succeeds, whatever it is. Whether this is done to you or towards you, we'll see in a little bit. But that's what's going on the inside. So there is this protectiveness, right, on the inside. I see you really like not 100% open. You still have your walls up, Saggies. Second card is, it's also upright. It was my fault, but I blamed you. And so this is another card that talks about there is not an admission of guilt. It's like, even after someone is aware that leaving that was their own fault, they're just decide to deflect and project and blame the other person or the situation because their ego like cannot take a hit. Okay, so whether this is talking about a relationship, whether this is talking about an energy, whether this is talking about a project, or if this is talking about your daughter, right? Something about leaving her. Maybe she's, I don't know, like, how old is she? Maybe she's gone to college, maybe she's working, maybe she's traveling abroad. I don't know, maybe she's an adopted child, maybe she's someone you let go of. I don't know, maybe you had a fight with her. This could be interpreted in a bajillion ways. But regardless, without going into details, whether this is a daughter or a business project, whatever, I think with the unfolding of the reading, all of this is going to be, get clearer. But definitely there is an energy here and it's upright, right? So it's really something that is haunting you on the inside. And so there is a lot of ego on the inside. We're going to see what to do with that ego, right? There is a lot of ego. There is a lot of pride. But at least you are aware, right? You are aware that somewhere you made a mistake or you made a faux pas or you made a step and you left something before you completed it, or you left someone before you gave them a second chance, or you left a situation before you allowed it to flourish. Whatever it is, you did that, and now you understand why. You're aware that the reason you did that was because it was easier for you to make sure it fails so that you wouldn't wait for it in case there was a chance it fails and you would have been heartbroken by it. So this is like some sort of like defense mechanism where we keep our walls up and we're not vulnerable. And so I don't like this for you, Sagittarius. Let's see what that's going to see, how that energy is going to manifest. So that's what's going on the inside. Let us look at the good tarot here to see how that energy is manifesting outside, right? So that means whenever, like, your body type, your body language, your aura, your energy, when people meet you, what are you vibing? What are you emanating, right? What's your energy because of all of this? And so the first card upright you get is the Messenger of Earth. Beautiful. So this is talking about some sort of news, some sort of news like related to a job, right? As a first level reading. So this could be either you hear back from a job that you applied to, maybe this is an opportunity that you didn't apply for, but like that it sort of falls in your lap. It's upright, right? So it's good. Maybe this is someone highlights an idea for you that you think you can look at or invest in. There is this news that's going to reach you somehow, and it's gonna be good for your money. The funny part, and this is, I don't know, this whole daughter energy is really like cray today. I didn't expect this to be very specific reading, but it's looking like it's specific. First, we see here, I don't know, call me tripping, but it looks like this girl here in this one, whenever this is upright, as if this girl grew up, right? and she's out there like living her life. But like right now, she's not at that age yet. And call me crazy again, but this illustration here looks a lot like this one. Okay, different hair, but I don't know. Can you tell? So maybe this daughter, this project, this whatever is pursuing, or she's gonna give you the news that she's starting a new job, she's landing a new university, she's traveling to another country, she's following her passion, she's changing her something. There is something here that's going on the outside, right? And I see you here like, because this is your manifesting energy, so I see you're doing it. Now, if this is talking about your inner self, your inner feminine energy, your inner child, you're letting her out and you're embracing that feminine side inside you. You're following that passion and you're monetizing this. And this is going to be, you know, like getting you a lot of beautiful harvest. The cool thing also, if you noticed the earrings, they are 3 spirals. Spirals represent the infinite abundance of life and the nature of time, because it's not linear. And the cool thing is like it's 3 here, 3 here. And remember when I told you how the little girl here was hanging by like from these 3 flowers? So there is this triptych element of either 3 factors that are going to matter within this situation, or this is all going to blossom or harvest in 3 months. So that'll be July, August, September, at the end of September, because there is also here the autumn vibe. And I remember that you had like some sort of autumn something where major something is going to happen for you during that season. We have the dead flowers here too, so that's autumn. This could also be a teamwork, like you joining forces with many people to achieve this abundance. Because with this card here, right here, I told you like it takes a village and the answers lies within this person. And here you can see that all this infinite abundance, she's wearing all of that. So she's like the main character in her story. All of these are support, right? All of these coins, all of these spirals, all of this wand, everything is just in supporting of this main character. Let us take another look at your manifesting energy. This is one crazy ass reading. All right, let's look where this is heading. Temptation. The plot thickens. By now, I don't know what's going on. Yeah. So temptation. So I think this offer here is tempting. Well, whether it's good for you or her or not, we're going to explore that. But there is this temptation to riches. So maybe someone here is jumping quickly to conclusions. Maybe someone is looking at this beginning of an idea, this opportunity, this young opportunity, because this indicates youth, yeah, right? It's something that still needs a lot of, like, it needs to grow a lot more. So this young opportunity, and it holds infinite potential, right? But someone's like, I see here someone's like quickly leaping to conclusions or building so much expectations without allowing divine timing to unfold. Like you're already like, as if spending the money in your head before the money even manifested. And so you maybe also be tempted to go into quick rich schemes, or maybe these 3 people are telling you, okay, so the fact that we see these 2 readings indicates for me balance. And these are like a bunch of people, let's say, who are telling you, the good advice of really taking your time and doing your due diligence and doing all that for this idea. And hence, these are closer to these 2 coins here. That one of them is like in the solar plexus and in the heart chakra. And then we have these 3 bunch of people, let's say, who are also telling you like, oh, maybe you can do this quicker, maybe you can do this faster, whatever. So there is this element of temptation. And here the idea is to, exercise some restraint and exercise some discernment into deciding which is good for you. Just take your time, don't be tempted. With this, let's circle back to you, right? If we're circling back to you, your energy on the inside has a lot of ego. And this ego is probably what's going to make you an easier prey whenever you're tempted to do something related to your career. So please don't jump to conclusions. Don't start building huge expectations. Take it one step at a time. Put in the work. This is true. It's a young energy. You don't know how it's gonna manifest. It can manifest really, really big, and it might take a lot of time. Maybe it wouldn't. I just want you to be really discerning when it comes to that, because there is a lot of energy coming from the within, where you have a lot of pride here, and in the past too, maybe you have left other opportunities before they could prove that they are a success because you were scared that they were a failure. So I don't want to see you doing that to this opportunity right here. Now things are making sense, right? So I don't want you to do that for this opportunity that's coming right here. Now is a great opportunity. As much as it's tempting to follow that path, don't. Just take your time. You notice here in the fruit, forbidden fruit, there's a heart, what the bite indicating the heart chakra, and I want you to be really following your heart. Just take it one step at a time. All right? Well, let us look now at the things that you learned in the past that are going to prove to you that there are great tools for you to use in your quest for this new opportunity or daughter. Now, I'm going to be, wait. Right, let's look at I'm using the psychic tarot. Yeah, the psychic tarot, and we're going to be looking at the tools or the lessons that you already learned in the month of May that will prove to be very beneficial or crucial or important in the month of June. So the first card you get is sacrifice in reverse. I love this for you because this is saying that you have learned in the month of May an important lesson is that you can compromise, but you shouldn't sacrifice anything for this, right? Maybe you can find middle ground, maybe you can compromise, maybe you can find balance, but when it comes to pursuing your own happiness, when it comes to pursuing this opportunity, when it comes to your daughter, when it comes to all of that, you have learned that, sacrifice isn't always crucial, right? It's not necessary, it's optional. Sometimes you just do it because you have so many other underlying causes that led you to that attitude. But I'm glad you learned your lesson and you're no longer sacrificing yourself, especially the fact that it's in reverse. This is telling me that you used to sacrifice yourself for things that weren't worth it, right? Maybe sometimes the sacrifice is justified, but it wasn't, and you learned that. You are no longer sacrificing yourself or anything related to you, for that matter, your time, your money, your energy, anything, right? Not your integrity, because Sagittarius doesn't mess with integrity. You never sacrifice that, or your values. But you have sacrificed maybe your time, your energy, your efforts, whatever it is, for unworthy causes. And I see you learned your lesson and you're no longer doing that. Now you have better judgment. Again, with discernment. Let's see the second card you get with it. And it's light in reverse. Yeah, and you have learned a long time ago that whenever you did sacrifice for unworthy causes or unworthy people or unworthy times or whatever, even if maybe these people are not unworthy, but maybe they didn't ask you and you just decided to do that yourself, you notice that every time you used to do that, you were dimming your light. You were doing something that, as much as you were trying to justify it logically and rationally by telling yourself that I'm there, I'm helping people, I'm sacrificing myself for other people, I'm doing this for that, I'm doing this for that, you have figured out that regardless, even if we're gonna talk your daughter, right? Maybe you were sacrificing so much for this daughter, and maybe she didn't ask you to do all these sacrifices for her, and somehow that dimmed your light, and somehow that puts pressure on her, like, can't we be lighter? I didn't ask you for this. Something like that, right? It could be that as well. And so you both learned, there's a lot of female energy here, by the way, like a lot of female energy, right? Daughter, this lady, like flying here, this young woman, this young fairy, this woman here with the sacrifice, and this here woman with the light. This is a complete feminine reading. Like, feminine energy is just bursting. So you both, right? So you learned that you or both or whatever, that these uncalled, unsolicited sacrifices in the long run will only dim your light. And so you learned to say no whenever needed. And that's a great lesson. And you're going to use that, thing that you learned here in June. Now let's see what are the new lessons or new challenges that you will be learning during the month of June. This is the Love and Light Oracle deck. So let us look at that. Something else is like popping here with this. So maybe your daughter just want to, play around. I don't know that the age, right? Again, she want to play around. She want to have fun. Maybe she want to explore. This is if she's young, right? She want to go outdoors. She want to do all these things. Maybe if she's older, she want to change universities. Maybe she want to change majors, maybe countries, maybe take risks. I don't know what it is. And so she's like in that playful energy, and you're out there like saying like, oh, you should be doing this, you should get some exercise, you shouldn't be doing that, whatever. And then I sacrifice for you and you sacrifice for her, and there's a dim light and all of that. She's like, I didn't ask you for that. I just want to have fun. I didn't ask for all of this, and now all of a sudden, like, she's blaming you because you didn't ask her if she needed the sacrifice, and you're blaming her because you sacrificed for her. And like, somehow, I think you both learned your lessons. And now you understand the glorious new opportunity lying ahead. This is if we're talking about the daughter part. Anyhow, all over the place with this reading. Let's go back to the Love and Light and look at the energy of the lessons to be learned in the month of June. Lesson number 1, connecting with the living water in reverse. We used to get it upright. We finally got it reversed. The sea belongs to him, for he made it. His hands formed the dried land. Again, when you read it like this, it's in masculine, but because it's reversed, it's a feminine energy. And also here we can see the feminine energy in it as well. And so this is talking about in the future, right? You have learned the lessons of like grounding, being grounded, and you have set some rigid rules, and you mastered also your emotions and all of that. And something that you need to work more on is in the future, is in June in particular, is your thoughts. So you gotta try to, and that's why discernment is important. You gotta try to filter your thoughts. You're gonna cultivate looking at things from a bigger picture, and then you're gonna cultivate being able, still having the ability to also look at the details, to think things through, to take your time, to do your due diligence, to research, to do all that, right? Because you already mastered before, like, the emotional part and the material physical part of this equation. And so you will need to work on the other two parts, right? Which is your thoughts. Second card you get with this is make time to work, rest, and play. It's upright. I like it. We were filled with laughter and we sang for joy. Finally, we get here in the future a masculine energy. So I like here whether this is your counterpart, like your husband, your father, your grandfather, your brother, your best friend, your partner, lover, whatever it is, right? Maybe they can take the baton, right? Maybe you can give them the baton and rest a little bit without all the heaviness or the duties or responsibilities to have to fall on you. Maybe it's time they play their part. And for me, it looks like they're willing to do their part, right? They're willing to help out and they're willing to do this. You just gotta be willing to let your ego aside and release some control. And I love it because it's saying like make time to work, rest, and play. So this is talking again about balance and about the triptych balance. You remember we had this triptych message everywhere. So this is also triptych: work, rest, and play. You need to have balance in all of three. There's a time to work, there's a time to play, there's a time to rest. And I love this. There is this whole vibe also of kids, right? We had here the daughter, and here we have the son with the three, again, the triptych with the three sheep here. And so I love this. There is this divine energy of babying something. Taking care of a project or a child or a daughter or a son. And nice. So in the future, you're gonna learn to a little bit, put your feminine energy to the side a little bit and embrace more your masculine energy. So put down a little bit the passive, receptive, intuitive, all of this energy, and try to cultivate in the month of June the go-getter, initiative, I want to do things, masculine type of energy. You remember we talked about yin and yang the other day as well. It was about that. So now it's like we were in one energy, we're moving to the other one in June, and that's good. And you're gonna need to learn to work, rest, and play, because maybe you tend to overplay one of them, right? Maybe you tend to overwork or overrest or overplay, and so this gotta go. And also you're gonna learn to balance masculine and feminine. So that's give and receive, do and not do, like all of the energies, right? Okay, we talked enough about this. Let us take the Golden Tarot. Whew, this is crazy reading. And look at the advice of the tarot, the attitude to do or to embrace in June. Let us look. We're gonna pick two cards. You got the first one, the Hanged Man upright. And so, you gotta, again, see, it's all falling in line again and again and again. This is talking about taking another perspective, taking another look at things, hanging upside down to look at things from a different way. And exactly that's what I'm saying, because you have been doing things for so long in some sort of way, sacrificing, dimming your light, just embracing just feminine, all of that. And you gotta give a chance to the masculine. You gotta look at things from a perspective that if you were that, not that. You gotta look how things affect you and affect the other person. You gotta look at things. So this is really, again, with discernment, with another perspective. And also this is saying that to just give things time. You might feel in a rush, like I said here, with the process of this news or new job or new hobby or new endeavor for the daughter or whatever that is. You tend to be tempted for quick things, quick rich things, quick happen things, quick mature things. This is an advice to just take it down a notch. Slow down and allow things to unfold in their own time. This is also number 12, and 1 + 2 = 3. And again, with the triptych, this is also was number 6. 1 + 5 = 6, and 6 is 2, 3. 3 + 3 = 6. Here you had number 12. 1 + 2 = 3. That's another triptych. You see, there's a lot of that. A lot of that. Let's pick another card. And so the next card is 7 of Coins in reverse. And this is talking about, let's look at it, the advice. This is not, like I said, first of all, you need to look at something from a different perspective. With the 7 of Coins in reverse, here the attitude to adopt is to, if it ain't broke, don't fix it type of situation, right? And if something is causing you to feel a certain way, or you're not feeling motivated enough or whatever, all you need to do is just hang upside down and you'll understand better how to feel about it or how to move forward with it. That's mainly the advice here, right? This is not a time to ponder and to just, look at your previous past efforts, good, that happened in the past. This is time to be in the present and try to look at things from all different ways to try to make it better for ourselves. Nice. Now let's look what's going on around you, dear Sagittarius, with the Kipper, Fin de Siècle, Tarot. And so this is energy around you, conditions around you, people around you, everyone around you, what's going on, things you can't control, conditions, circumstances, everything that's going on in June around Saggy. Let's look at that. So we get 2 cards. First card is the Lovers in reverse. Yeah. So, punchy energy. Well, this is people around you, but I'm just throwing that out there. Because this is your manifesting energy. So if you're tempted to do something, this could be cheating, but this doesn't have to be cheating. Maybe this is you spending money like irresponsibly or without consulting the partner. And this is, let's say, a shared account. This is doing something impulsive, whatever it is, anything that you feel just tempted and be doing right in the moment without thinking that might affect the couple. Be aware, because this is saying like there is some sort of, falling off or dispute regarding this. Also, if this is talking about, there's tension because these 2 like doves of peace are like, it's in reverse. So there's a debate here. If this is talking about like people around you, you might be witnessing a lot of people, could be divorces, could be breaking up, could be people also leaving their jobs, could be friends no longer speaking with each other, could be little fights, could be little problems, could be, there's just like a disassociation energy, not being one. And also this is talking about people who took commitments or choices in the past are re-examining these and changing them. That's why it could be leaving a job, it could be leaving a home, it could be, taking a different choice. So people around you are taking different choices. Just make sure you're not part of that with the temptation card here. Let's see, it's also number 6 again. And also, like, the reason I told you it's connected to this, because they both hold number 15, right? 15, 15. So somehow these 2 are connected. Just don't F your own couple. Don't F your own partnership. Let's take a second look. Whoa. Okay. Privileged lady in reverse. She no longer privileged. All right. It's also number 12. So that's number 3. Again, 2 plus 1 equals 3. And we had number 3 here. 12 again. And we had number 12 here. So, and this is talking about people around you. Right? Energies around you. That doesn't matter. Doesn't mean it's your energy, but it's somehow connected. So, if you are sacrificing, that's in the past. If you were sacrificing to help out a certain lady, it could be a daughter, it could be not. Daughter could also be, by the way, like daughter-in-law. It could be metaphorical daughter or someone you would like to help out, whatever it is, right? So whether it's a daughter, a project, whatever it is, someone was wearing masks and was acting poor when they're not, when they're actually privileged, just for them to be able to take advantage of you. Like, even if it wasn't in an ill-intentioned way, maybe you just allowed them to do it, and so they just went along with the ride too. But you learned your lessons there, right? And also I'm connecting these because these are like, both have the black frame, although they're from different decks, so I feel they're connected. And so, if this is talking about the past, that dimmed light, these sacrifices, this privileged lady who was playing poor, this quarrel between lovers, this already happened in the past, but this does not mean that it's no longer part of the present, right? There is still the effects right now of this divorce or this dissolution or this disengagement or this breaking up or whatever. And it probably has to do with like someone abusing someone else's resources, time, money, effort, whatever that is. Also, this can be talking, because I told you, remember, like commitment and falling off and other things. Maybe this is also like a fall from grace type of situation where someone, again, a lady, a lot of feminine energy here, is experiencing a fall from grace. And so she's taking a different choice, or because of that choice, she is experiencing that. Maybe her partner duped her, or maybe he got effed and she just decided to, poop high, something like that. I don't know. There's a lot going on around you, Saggy. June is like juicy. All right, let's see what you are expecting, or what is it mostly that Saggy wants from the month of June. This is the Voyager Tarot. Sorry, Saggy's reading is like all over the place. There's like so much information from all walks of life. I can talk hours and hours, but like, whew. Also, by the way, because this is talking about the attitude, although this is your attitude and this is them, but they can learn a lesson from you too. So maybe they're actually privileged, but they're ungrateful, or maybe they're not looking at things from the right way. Maybe if they look at their blessings or their life or whatever, like if they hung ourselves upside down and they're able to look at themselves, they discover that they still have the potential to, claim their privilege or be privileged. All right. This is people around you though, because here I see you rising. This picture is giving me the vibes of someone who is self-made. I just don't want you to, burn your fingers and do it so quickly. Just take your time, because you have the potential here, you or the daughter or whatever that is, to actually become someone very successful if you take your time. But remember to make time to work, rest, and play, right? No burnouts here. So, what Saggy mostly wants from the month of June is the Man of Worlds in reverse, so achiever. And so you're scared, because these are expectations, right? You're scared that you're gonna fall short, that you're not going to be able to achieve as much as you want, or reach the level that you want, or reach the goal, or whatever. So I see you a little bit of having a streak of perfectionism. You're very perfectionist in the month of June. You're trying to reach certain things in your mind. You're very idealistic. I don't want you to be too hard on yourself. You're too hard on yourself. You're too critical on yourself. You're like, there's a lot going on. I don't want you to, no matter how much I'm going to say this, you're going to feel this, right? Because this is in your expectations. But try not to be too harsh on yourself, right? You're doing good, Saggy. And with the second card, you have the Synthesis in reverse. And this is saying, that's the Eight of Crystals in reverse. Yeah, that you don't have all the answers. You don't have all the complete clarity of how things will unfold. So that's why you're going to tend to overperform and think that you are underachieving, but you're not. And so that's why you have a tendency to maybe to become a workaholic, or to take this to extreme and be tempted. And maybe like you're going to achieve all these treasures, but you're going to end up dead from exhaustion, or literally dead, or whatever. So, as much as you're tempted to make it, as much as you're hustling, I want you to do, take it easy, because this is really a time to work, rest, and play, because you don't have, you don't have all the information. You think that with the information that you have, that, yeah, you gotta work times 10 to achieve, or you need to do 10 times whatever you're doing to do something, or to make someone, whatever it is, right? No, don't go there, right? This is too harsh on yourself energy. Finally, the last two cards, the outcome of this reading, the outcome of the month of June, Wildwood Tarot. What happened? All right, let's see. Let us take a look at the last two cards of this crazy reading. Whoa, we're like at minute 40. This is mental. First card is 4 stones in reverse. Protection in reverse. Yeah, this is not a time to be very conservative. This is not a time to just hide in your own corner, hide in your comfort zone. We've been getting a lot of messages for you about taking risks and going out. And this is, again, that this is the outcome too, that in the month of June, you're going to be taking risks. And I love it. You're going to be spending money to make money. You're going to be spending time, spending resources, following your passions, doing everything that is, even like reaching out to people and being open and being vulnerable and doing whatever it needs to take, right, in order to achieve stuff. I like it. I like this spirit for you because like you're no longer just, holding on to these 4 stones and hiding like fearful little Bambi here, like under these 4 Stonehenge type of stones or whatever, and you're just hiding like a little. No, there's no more shyness, no more fear. You're cleansed. It's as if life is cleaning all your body, organ by organ, bone by bone, muscle by muscle, from fear, and you're fearless. You're fearless. You're fearless, and now you don't feel that you need specific protection. You feel you're already protected anyhow. Like you're just vibrant. I like this outcome for you. Let's take a look at the second card. Ooh, so much theme, so much of this protection theme. And you get here the Guardian, number 15. And this is a new tarot deck, so I didn't really catch the explanation for these cards, but looking at it, it looks like a skeleton is guarding the cave, right? And it's not allowing you to take the road and enter. But for me, it looks like it's an illusion because it doesn't even have meat on it. So I think this is just fear trying to not, allow you to go into the cave or something or continue your journey. And I think you're taking the risks. You're no longer allowing it. You're no longer like this hiding behind the rocks and not, the boogeyman or whatever that is, not let you in. I think you're shattering these old beliefs, you're shattering your old conditioning, you're shattering everything that, stands in your way, and everyone who tells you that whatever you want or whatever you're trying to reach out to is impossible, it is very much possible. What a beautiful message to end this reading with. I love it, dear Saggies. Thank you for watching till the end. Thank you for clicking the like button. Thank you for sharing my video. Thank you for leaving me down comments. Thank you for subscribing. If you didn't, please click the Sagittarius Tarot logo at the end. It's for free and it helps my work reach a wider audience. I love you, my Saggies. Stay blessed, aligned, and connected.